All life is only a set of pictures in the brain, amongst which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings. Who knows the end? What has risen may sink, and what has sunk may rise.
Mr. Pierce, find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
Get it if you don't know anything. I'm very happy because people are already talking about the characters. There's one who says like the policeman officer knows too much. I want to see what you think the game is about. You know, I want when people start asking themselves, "Oh, I think that this guy is creepy. I think that I think it's cool for us."
It's a really great game for letting you decide which characters you're going to trust.
Yeah.
And who you think is, you know, on the good side, on the bad side, who is telling you the truth, who isn't. And it lets you do that within the gameplay as well. And
what about cats?
What about
Actually,
cat?
we have a cat. And that's exactly as you say in Lovecraft.
Well,
They hold more power in one paw that you can possibly imagine. Yeah, that's true. She's like that, our cat.
Will there be other Lovecraftian monsters that play a role in this game? Who can say? Who can say who's going to show up?
The place has been
Who
abandoned
knows?
since the fire.
Could be anybody.
There's only old Winchester in his hut.
You cannot have a pet Shoggoth, I apologise. We should have got that into the design meeting.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like his son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay. But don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
Any cameos from other Lovecraftian characters that he may have made in his mythos? Humans, that is.
One particular one.
Oh, really? I thought the answer to this was no. Holy shit.
Not as NPCs, but we talk, of course, about one or two different characters from Lovecraft.
Yeah, it's an original story that uses the basis of the Call of Cthulhu story and the Shadow of Innsmouth story to tell an original tale within the mythos.
Jeepers. Poe's prophetic raven.
Yeah, we don't have weird people that turn into fishes in that
1693.
game. That's not the direction
This
we
house
wanted.
is much older than it seems.
No fishmen confirmed.
Yep. Oh, I like that part with the trees.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And the
Just kind of
cemetery.
exploring around this area. This is another area where multiple ways to get through it. You'll see kind of the I suppose the challenge for this area in a minute. But it's a really nicely put together little level, this one, and it's pretty short, and it's not, you know, it isn't as wide or as large as the docks area, but it is.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins. Poor kid.
Well, oh my, how do you say that? Gorznak. There's always the possibility that we aren't telling you the whole truth. But indeed, what is truth, Pia?
I know.
I've seen a couple of questions about the sinking city. Someone asked, you know, are we worried about it? No. It's another game telling us, you know, a story that has similar inspirations. I think it's great that there's more Lovecraftian stories out there.
Yeah, the more people like Lovecraft, the happier we are. But
we hope it's great. It's coming out in March.
Yeah.
It's a little further away from our game.
Right.
Please play ours. You know, let us know what we think. Please play theirs. Let them know what you think. I'm super excited to play that as well. I know almost nothing about it.
No.
And I'm excited to see, you know, how the two
we don't
compare.
know anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We're focused on our game.
Oh, yeah,
we
bet,
didn't see the other ones. We've been working a lot lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of heads down. But yeah, you know, we're excited.
Whoa!
You are
We had
trying to
questions
force
of
the
people
door,
asking
you
us,
nosy prick.
at what
Easy,
stage of
sir,
the
all right?
development we are.
Oh yeah,
Down
yeah,
the
yeah.
axe.
You
It's
know what we
nearly
do in
finished.
rubble like
Yeah,
you.
we're well. You see on the screen up in the top right, it says
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu Beta.
Exactly.
That is a. It's an honest description of the game, and it's legitimate use of the word beta as well. It is in a beta stage. We have pretty much all the content is in there, like
Yep.
all the levels are, you know, in there. All the idea of how you go through the game, what you do, the endings and such are in there. But you guys are pretty much working on the bugs at this stage.
Exactly. Debugging all day long.
Yeah, you may have seen, you know, some slight bugs in the. Oh, what should we do? Grab his axe.
Try.
Grab his axe.
The timer! Oh, wow, that was...
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Tom is an absolute pro gamer.
Got build tension.
Control yourself.
And you succeed.
You got guts, you little bastard.
Thank you, Gorznak. I hope you enjoy it.
I've got some talking to do.
Understood.
Would you say the story is self-contained or sets itself up for a continuation? Now, this is difficult to answer without spoilers.
I guess
Stephen
that
Webster
depends on
has
what
settled
you do.
Yeah, I think that depends on your interpretation and your ending and a number of other things.
Yeah, and
And I
there's
did
a lot
tell
of
him that we
choices
should let
depending
the
on your
dead
choices.
rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I
Yes.
can't let you in.
Man in
The
room
mansion
5,
is
it's
unsafe.
hide and
That's
seek.
why you
Yeah.
barricaded the
Mostly.
entrance.
Mostly, there are moments where,
And this door?
It's
We
locked.
have a different rhythm.
yeah, different things happen throughout the game. I think there's a nice.
You're no match for me.
Are you just beating up an old man at this point? Sorry, me and Pierre are paying, you know, quite a lot of attention to the game, but we're trying to focus on chat. And while we're doing that, an old man is being bullied by Tom Butler.
Rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Tyrion the Mad, that is a question we absolutely cannot answer without spoiling the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I would love to tell you,
Yeah.
but play it. Please play it. Please let us know what you think. And hey, if you want a sequel, let Cyanide know. Yeah, we already have Steam achievements in. We actually tried to hide them just because it's kind of weird to have Steam achievements popping up during a stream. I thought I had, and I hadn't. This is all my fault. Everything that's happening is my fault. But yes, you get a little preview of them in French there.
Yes. Shall we enter?
Gamzrak, we're interested to see what people think in comparison to the old game. I personally like it a lot. I like the old game a lot as well, and I'm
Coming with you.
interested to see, you know,
way I'll
how
leave
people
you
compare.
alone in there
So there will
without
be
knowing
action-oriented sections. There are sections which have action in them.
Yep.
I don't know if I would describe them as action-oriented because you are still within those playing a investigative.
Yeah.
A private investigator. You are not
Yeah.
playing well, he's an ex-soldier, but he isn't a.
Yeah, you're still
soldier.
a mere human.
Yeah, and
Against.
and some of the things that are doing that action are not mere humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow me.
The soundtrack is atmospheric. This is
Atmospheric?
What, yeah, the sound designer told me.
That's how
It's
you.
atmospheric.
That's how you describe it.
Yeah.
So now inside the house, did we do the? You didn't spend the points, did you, Tom? You did exactly
Ah.
what you said you were going to do, which was not spend the points. and then didn't spend the points. He's looking at me like I'm an ass. So
You have 6 character points to spend.
6. Whoa!
What are you trying to do now?
Get some investigation.
Strength.
Strength. You're just going all in strength.
Everything in strength.
So as you can see, you kind of get these character points fairly quickly through the game.
Spot hidden. I think it's good.
But because you can't level up medicine and occult outside of the initial start of the game, where you get to decide exactly what starting levels you want those to have. Having those character points isn't always going to let you do exactly what you want.
Yeah. And as we already told them, medicine and occultism can't be increased through the scale points.
And as I mentioned earlier, that screen is currently under development. There is a new version coming soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get to show that to you guys soon, TM. You're also seeing the way that we track the clues and show you what's in your inventory and that sort of thing. Again, some of this is temporary. This is kind of the final stuff that's being worked on, as we mentioned, the game being in beta. And yeah, this is where you get to look and see exactly, what have you discovered, what have you found, what items do you have with you, as well as what does Pearson know? Or think he knows.
Yeah.
So we've got one more investigation scene to go, I believe. And then we'll probably have to wrap it up. It's been a pleasure.
Already?
Yes.
Like
The Last Supper of the
It's been
Hawkins.
an hour. We sadly, we don't have the full 2 hours.
Yeah.
I would love to, but you have to go back to making a game. I have to go back to making trailers and such. But we've got one more investigation scene to go through, and we'll probably do another Call of Cthulhu stream at some point.
Cool.
Why not? Are there other languages beside English? There are for written text. The audio is English only, but we have a number of languages that you can see over on the Steam page. The text and the menus have all been translated into, or will be translated into. Any event to boost intellect and occult. So for occult, you can read books, right?
Exactly.
Charles
And find
Hawkins.
occult items.
Yeah, which teach you about the occult through various means. Play the full game, please.
Nope. No way.
Not until launch. So I'm sure there'll be a number of people on Twitch playing the full game
Probably
come launch
here.
day.
That will be fun.
Smashed
to
his plate.
look at the
Any?
face.
Oh, I like this question. Any worry about launching so close to Red Dead Redemption 2? We think Cthulhu is scarier than cowboys.
You've been waiting for that.
I have.
Sarah
I have been
Hawkins'
waiting for that.
plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Did you visit any real
Something
locations
happened
for
to this
inspiration?
thing.
Not personally, unfortunately.
Level designers may have.
Yeah, exactly.
And, there's always looking at pictures and stuff.
Exactly.
Hey, Pierre.
Did you purely pull from Lovecraft, or did you look at later pastiche writers?
Oh, that's an
This
excellent
dinner
question.
table tells us a lot about the Hawkins
We know about
family.
them because what we
Well, we don't have
discovered
all
when
day.
we started working on the Lovecraft work is that it was actually the inventor of how would you say, it's a story on various medium. Like the Star Wars.
A multimedia production.
Yeah, exactly. So what Lovecraft did, he was inventing this cult of Cthulhu, and a lot of writers wrote
Let's see if I
story
can
about
find
him,
something that
and
comes
he was sending them letters with informations about the cult, about how you spell words, where it origins, and he was looking at this world
They had a fight.
expanding. It's incredible. So of
Why?
course we watched it closely.
Mm-hmm.